All right, hello everyone. So let's take a look at the market today. All right, so this is gold. Now with gold, remember the swing days are not today or yesterday. Mind you though, coming down to buy yesterday was okay. Yesterday I sold a little bit, okay, and then I bought a little bit because I did say yesterday that we should have an impulse upwards into that 550, which is there. So I did both, and the reason is because it wasn't a swing day. Now swing day, as you know, is coming up later on, as I posted yesterday on Monday, and so today when the market dipped down again, I thought buying is not a bad idea. I'm about to cover the trade. Hopefully it'll cover it. It just missed it, but we'll see how things pan out. Now we've got to be careful here. Okay, buying isn't the best thing to do here, but well, actually it's not a bad thing to do either, because it was right on the PST at the Astro hour, well, pretty much the Astro hour. Okay, so this is the PST 2323, which is on the daily 47 2323. Okay, so the market got there, and then this is the Astro hour, so I thought I'd get in, cover the trade quickly, 1 2 3, okay, and kind of like do that, and that's basically it. Okay, and this is a 15-minute chart, so with the PST, if it breaks out, it should take them all out. Now the reason I've got two levels here is because of the weekly. Come here is there, PST 61, there you go. All right, 61 59 22, so that's 2337 41 51. 51 is there. All right, so I've put all three of them up there, and I've put that last target up there. So this is just an intraday thing because it's not a swing day. Okay, this is why I'm like getting in with a small lot size. I'm not thinking about, you know, making mega bucks. It's an intraday trade. Now today we do have some news coming out, as you know. So if I just turn that on, right, yesterday we had no news, so just trading the Astrals were okay. Today we've got consumer confidence. Now your pre-news setup is going to be 315 to 345. The move, we're going to have a move, right? When this comes out, the direction should not change at least until 5:15, and the move might also come with a further push. Okay, a logical push should happen into 540, which should then possibly take us into 715, and I've made a note on that. There, 715. Okay, now I said market can turn if price is right at 715. Okay, here you need to be careful, because later on we will have impulse moves that can take the market in continuity to 930. all right, so it's a little tricky, but I like this 715. okay, it's not a bad spot. Two things can happen here. The market may stop here and the turn might come around 930, or 930 will be a retracement to continue to move. All right, so we'll hit somewhere 715, let's say, market pulls back into 930 and then continues. That's also possible, so keep that in mind. Let's do that. Okay, all right, now then, I've also put the Astro hours here. Now let's move on to the euro dollar. Okay, so those are your PSTs on the weekly. Now on the daily, if you're going to look at your PST here, that's too far out, as you can see. Okay, it's way up there, around 2,300, is it? Let me just double check. It's not 60 for us, 57 for us, 58, 2,374. Does it make sense for us? 2,374 was way out there. Okay, so this is like pretty out there. Well, we'll see how things pan out. Okay, but according to that, if the swing is going to come in on the swing days that I posted on Monday, we've got room, okay, to push up to sell. If it breaks below these, then we'll have market going down for a reversal on Wednesday, Thursday. This is why, it's a bit tricky, so you better make sure you're keeping your stops tight. As you can see, I've got stops really tight here, because if that's the swing hour, and if I'm entering the trade, then I shouldn't have a big stop loss, right? It just doesn't need to be a big stop loss there, and I should be able to cover the trade. And I'm a little ticked off because I've just missed it, I don't know, with a little bit of spread. As you can see, just a little bit of spread. And in any case, yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, but if the PST is working fine, we should also be hitting those targets. So pull back and then going up is also okay. We'll see how things go. Now, let's go to the euro dollar. Here is the euro dollar. Remember, yesterday was a swing day, okay? On the 15-minute chart, we've marked this level as a PST level, 1.0688, 41, 1.0688. So if you bought that, you should have been just fine buying on a weekly PST level. That's your Astro hour, and that's the market going up all day. All right, and because that's a swing hour, it's obviously, I mean a swing day, swing day, that's just going all the way up, nice and easy. Now, once you have a breakout on the PST, obviously you've got targets, okay, so you just follow them through. All right, and that's basically it, as you can see here as well on the price target. Now, what to do with the euro dollar? The euro dollar has another swing day, so we might keep pushing up, okay, but we need to be a little careful. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so, and that's it basically. So with the euro dollar, obviously don't jump in now. Okay, what you might want to do is come back. If the market pulls back into the daily or the weekly, then okay, at a swing hour, then that's obviously, you can obviously go along with it and follow it through. Where to go to on the weekly, that's going to be too far out. On the weekly, there are no gaps there. On the daily, so if the market pulls back, your first target is going to be LCL1, which is 0742, which is going to be there. Okay. Now, if the market goes up first, okay, 0742, and this is where they're at the moment. So, market selling from this zone is also not a bad idea. 525 was the first. That's your 530 was the first. Yeah, the market's like finding it attractive until now, so you might want to wait till that 10:30, 10 o'clock zone. All right, so 10 to 10:30, which is about, which is my time. Obviously, that's when the London's going to be opening up, London market. Okay, so this is not a bad zone for the euro dollar, and the other one is obviously that 3:15 pre-trade session, New York, before the market opens in New York as well. And then we've got news, as you know, at 5 o'clock. So the market is gonna, yeah, then you'll have to wait for, you can trade after the news as well until 5:15, or well, 10 past 5. The market should give you a price, something decent. Okay. SP 500. Remember, Monday was a swing day. Market selling the high is okay. That's the high done, and that's the Astro hour. If you sold off, you should have been okay. All right, so no problems there at all. Okay. In addition to that, what can you do? Should we sell again? Look, on the PST we've got room, on the daily, and on the weekly we definitely have room, as you can see, to push down. So selling is not a bad idea. To go down into that 61 5,441 is there. That's your target. And then the 375437. Okay, 5437, 5421. Right, so 5421. Right, so we've got room to come down into that. So impulse wave. If the market comes up here into the daily, weekly, you want to sell it off. I think it's doable in this zone here at Astro hours, swing hours. Okay, I don't think that's going to be a big deal. You can go in that direction. Okay, let's take a look at Dow Jones. Now with the indices, as you know, we might be going south. Now the indices should start to turn, if not this week, next week. Okay, so next week will be sellers on that as well. Okay, and once again, this is probably your Astro hours, somewhere around there. Okay, so what did we have yesterday? 5:50, 6 o'clock, 5:50 I think it was, if you check out your hours. And then we had 7:45, and that's your 7:45, the flop. And those were targets we said the market should be doing, going up into that zone and so on. Okay, and that's 3:15 is there. Okay, and I didn't have anything for 4:45, so the market went up and then sold down. Now with Dow Jones as well, remember, we said we've got a gap here, so we have to be careful. Okay, and that gap is not there but there. Okay, and as you can see, it's done the gap. Hope you can see that it's done the gap, and that's where we're at right now. So this might still have a bit of room to go. As you know, the next swing day is further up, coming in later on. So accordingly, what we might see, the market might still push up a little bit or stick around here for the fall off. Okay, so it's taken out all of these levels, filled in the gap. We'll have to wait and see. Now that level here is going to be 39,710 plus the 7.3, 39,710 and 69. 39,710 . 39,769 is there. So this zone is still a target for us. On the daily, all right. On the weekly, 62,39,777. Why did I delete that? 39,779. Oh, it's pretty much there, 777. All right, fair enough. It's that zone there. Okay, so this zone is nice. It's a good sell location. Okay, if we come up here, selling is not a bad idea here at all. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ nicely fallen, okay, which is what we were expecting as well, to have a fall down. That's a nice one. Why? Because that was a swing day Monday. All right, remember indices had Monday, which is nice. Okay, so market going down now. We still have a bit of room to go down into that 64 this week, which is 19,286.76. 19,286.76 is down here, so it's pretty close. 19,286.76. So that's still a target there. Let me just refresh this. Okay. Rightio. So that swing day worked out really well for the indices. Now what to do? Well, we need to cover a little bit of gap here and there. So we should get to at least at least 17, no, 19. So we should come into there. Alright, so that's a zone. This is also logical because you can see that's where the manipulation bar happened to push down, which is there. So you can sell if the market comes up here. Okay. Now swing day Monday could also have made a low. So today is going to be an interesting day. Okay. If the market pulls back, should you buy? It's a question. Okay, it's a question because, you know, we got room to come down. Okay. So it looks like the safer option is to sell if the market goes up, and that'll be your first place. Turn this into an hour chart. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's still going to be this zone here. So it might be, so that's one zone, all right, which we've identified. Okay, and we might just have a slightly higher zone. As you can see, that's an impulse wave, and that's your runner. Okay, so the market might push up a little bit, come into an order block here, which can still be a few levels. One is there, and is that down, down? Nope. On the 1 hour, it could go all the way up there, or there. All right, so what you might want to do is take the wick as well. Okay, needless to say, the weekly pivot, but that's an impulse wave, and this is nice, closing below there. Okay, so that's previous week's low, closing below the previous week's low, now going back up, then selling off here or slightly higher is not a bad idea. All right, that's that. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin 2, as you can see, we've nice, very nice. I said we'd go into here and possibly break below here, and it's nice to see the market doing that. Okay, why? Because that was the second zone. Now this is not a very strong zone in my opinion, because it didn't cause a breakout. As you can see, the market closed lower. Okay, so this is nice. Okay, this is nice to see. And as you can see, we've like dipped down. And I did say, if you're using your ATAM, this is the line, you know, that you need to be checking out. Okay, so that's the line there. Let's extend that a little bit, all the way along. All right, and that's pretty much what the market did. You can see it's right on there and on there. It's nice. Okay, so that's cool for us. Now I'm going to get rid of this. This is good. And remember, we're expecting the market to come lower. Okay, remember I said this is the rectangle. Okay, so if you want to buy, you got to buy the lows. Okay, if you want to sell, you can sell off the highs. Now remember, I've also been saying that this zone's a sell zone, so you should be selling through, and I did say this should probably go down, and we've got zones to come here as well. So we should see Bitcoin back in the 50,000 range, in my opinion anyway, because there's room to fill it here. So coming back into the 54,000s, breaking this zone as well, I think is the way to go. On the weekly, as you can see, there is no good buy kiss happening. It's just going nicely down. Okay, so we should have an A, B, C further down below this 50, taking us into that 52 zone there, right? So we should kind of like have more room to come down even below that actually. All right, so if you want to, then you should look for levels where the market sold off, and that's pretty much going to be that 64,000 zone. Let's double check. Okay, that's not good. So maybe up here somewhere. All right, so this will be your zone there. On the daily, we don't have that price happening, as you can see. Okay, but the good buy kiss here is 63,577. I'm okay to do that. 63,185 is okay. So this zone, if we come in, that's fine. On the PST, I've got 33. That's also going to be okay to sell, and that is 61,612. So 61,612 is around there. So this zone, yeah, is definitely okay to sell off again. So if the market moves sharply in there, selling is okay. All right.